Look, this episode we finna talk libraries. So I was trying to keep my voice down. But then I had started to think about it. And look, when I think of libraries, all I could think of is, hey, look, sync libraries are the devil. Okay, let's go.
When you talk money, I can hear you. I hear money.
What you say now?
When you talk money, I can hear you. You ain't got money, that's cold blood. When you talk money, I can hear you. I hear money.
I coulda let a bill collector, finance director, like the banks ain't lending up down. When you ain't got money, then you start sounding funny, and I just can't hit on my.
Hey, Bubble on deck. I'm your host, Tamara Bubble, aka the I Hear Money Coach, aka your favorite. Yeah, you know I'm your favorite. Your favorite sync superstar. Look, aka look, the library basher this episode. Aka the look, I'm gonna put you up on game on these libraries. Okay, we're not finna talk about it right now. We got a couple things we gonna cover. And I just want to tell you, look, right now it's looking like it's skin 30. You know what that means. Maybe you don't. Maybe this your first time. And I just want to tell you to welcome and cause we finna bash these libraries this episode. But before we get into it, could you do me a favor? Look, for the whole entire podcast, you ain't got to do this but one time. If you already did it, you know what to do. If you don't know what to do, go ahead and leave me a 5-star review. Look, if you can't come up with the number 5, don't give me nothing. Look, give me a review, a star for every finger you got. Okay. When you do that, then you come back over here to look, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Spotify Podcasts. Look, get it how you live. I don't care what platform you on. Just do me a favor and subscribe to it. Yeah. Look, turn on them notifications. If you're up here up on YouTube, go ahead and hit that bell ding dong and turn it up on all notifications so you can get every single episode. Look, it's Sync Gems every single episode. Why would you miss some of them? Why would you be wanting to know about some sync game and not all of it? Why would you just be out here trying to star when you could be superstar? Anyway, get it how you live. Hit them notifications, share this episode. Look, like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode. Let's share this episode with a producer that be just out here throwing all of their hit productions away to these libraries. Look, share this episode with an artist that's making the most amazing music that they could ever create in their career, and sitting it over there in the library. Look, sitting it on a library shelf so it can collect dust. Yeah. Anyway, share this episode with them and press play and be quiet. Because we trying to teach you how to superstar in this show. Anyway. I want to talk to you about why this podcast was created. Oh, by the way, subscriber time go throughout the podcast. So if you ain't do it right now, you still got time to do it. This is a smart podcast and the time gonna keep ticking. Now, look, could we talk about why this podcast was created? 4 reasons, 4 goals, I should say. Okay. Now, goal number 1 is to save you money in your sync business. We likely gonna do that. We can only do that if you got a business. If you don't have a business, hit up the Sync Superstar Academy and start your sync biz now. Okay, anyway, it's a couple W's on the end of that to get the now. But do it right now. And then you come back and you can start saving money on this podcast. Look, you can start saving money if you get Sync Biz tax deductions. You ain't got to wait to hear it on the episodes. But anyway, that's one of the goals of this podcast. Goal number 2 is to make you more money. When I tell you, make you more money in music licensing. And look, this is why I got to talk about libraries this episode. Because that ain't going to make you more money. I'm telling you, you're going to make more music and you ain't going to make more money. Anyway, look, ew. The libraries just start making my shoulder itch. Anyway, goal number 3 is to transform your mind. Because look, if you out here thinking that these libraries is cute and sweet and you're thinking that these libraries going to make you a superstar in sync. Ew, girl, look, boy, look, if y'all don't stop playing with me. Anyway, goal number 4 is to activate your superstar. Look, when you saving money in your sync business, when you're making more money in music licensing, and when your mind is right, the activation gonna happen automatically. But I'm trying to tell you, I came here to tell you today that there's a sponsor for this podcast. The sponsor for this episode is the Sync Superstar Academy. Look, can I tell you there's a 24-hour Sync Superstar Activation Challenge. I'm trying to tell you it's available now. Look, it's been available this year, 2023. We out here teaching the people how to superstar in 30 days or less. Look, get it how you live. You ain't got to watch every single episode on this podcast year in and year out. Because look, we're going to be here. We're going to be here teaching the people how to superstar. But you ain't got to wait to Superstar. Can I tell you can make some buku bucks this year? Look, can you make buku bucks next year? Look, can you apply this stuff and make some money next month? I'm trying to tell you how to Superstar and you don't want to know. Anyway, visit that. Look, visit syncsuperstar.com if you want to know. Yeah, that's where you can get that challenge. That's where you can get a whole bunch of resources. I'm talking books, courses, all that good stuff. I ain't got time to keep talking about that. Anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is the disclaimer. This before we get into the episode, because we finna talk libraries and devil talk and all that stuff and what you need to stay away from. Look. Anyway, I have to give a disclaimer because sometimes I'll be talking tax strategy. Look, sometimes I'll be talking legal advice, business advice. I just need you to know this is my personal opinion on this podcast. I am not your lawyer. I am not your CPA. These are personal opinions. This is edutainment. Look, get it how you live. Learn how to superstar on this podcast and move forward. But I need to let you know, you're not going to sue me over this information. This is not professional, business, legal, or tax advice. And as long as you know that, we could go ahead and get into this show. Okay, let's go.
When you talk money, I can hear you. I hear money.
What you say now? You ain't got money, then you start sounding funny, and I just can't hit on my. I keep it moving like the tax collector, let the credit checker, let the whole world pay full price. Then if you ain't got money, then you start sounding funny, and I just can't say that's right.
Okay, now, look, I done said my prayers before we got started because we were finna talk about, look, how libraries are the devil. Ew, I don't even like to talk about that, but we got to talk about it. You know why? There are way too many artists, producers, songwriters, and music creatives that like live and die by the libraries, and they think that they're gonna superstar with these libraries. Look, I think, and let me say this too, because actually I think the real reason that so many artists and producers choose the library route is one, of course, they think it's easier. They think that, oh, I just make a bunch of songs and throw it to this library and I can sit back and collect some money. Look, I'm finna get some publishing. I'm finna get some checks. Can I tell you that libraries are the devil? Because look, I'm out here teaching superstardom. So I have to tell you why libraries are the devil. If your intention is to superstar in sync, I'm talking 6-7 figures annually, consistently, libraries, baby, is not the way. Look, I can't support the generic libraries in music licensing. Here's why. I can't co-sign that and tell you to take your good music. I can't tell you to take no hit record to no library. And there's so many reasons why. I go through every single reason why in the Fundamentals of Sync, the masterclass. Okay, so you can take that class. Look, visit syncsuperstar.com if you have not taken the Fundamentals of Sync. Now, this episode, I'm just going to go into one basic reason why. We're going to dig deep up in it. And I ain't going to take too long to do it. Because look, the happy 4th of July. Anyway, look. Somebody got some Franks and some burgers they need to go make. Ain't nobody got time to be listening to no long episode talking about no library. What I want to tell you is why libraries are the devil. And there's a simple reason why. And look, I don't even think they mean to be the devil. But ew, it just turns out that the average musician, the goal for the average musician is not to be out here Beyonceing. I'm trying to tell you, everybody ain't trying to be Beyonce. Look, everybody don't want to be Jay-Z. Everybody don't want to be Britney Spears. I don't know, pick your favorite star. Pick somebody. Look, who is out here? Everybody don't want to be Taylor Swifting. Everybody don't want that limelight. Okay, the majority of musicians would love nothing more than to be able to make a thriving career and just do music full time. Like, that's the goal. Could I quit the 9-to-5 and just sit out here and make a song or two for a living? That's the dream. That's what we living out here when we sing superstar. I just want my music to pay for my lifestyle and I chill out. Okay, I ain't got to be Beyonce. That's what I say about, I don't know, maybe like 75% of musicians that's be out here trying. But then there's a thing that gets in the way of the musicians trying. It's called the quit factor. And here's the thing. And here's why libraries end up being the devil. When it takes too long to take off, most people, look, if life starts life, and if enough stressors or factors that are beyond this artist's control, that are beyond this producer's or songwriter's control, getting in the way of their music dreams, the artist, the producer, the songwriter, they tend to quit. Or they tend to do music on the side and it just be this lifelong dream that they don't actually envision themselves achieving. I can't have that. I want to see more sync superstars. So when I see something that's going to probably, you're going to do so much work in it that you're going to end up quitting before you end up being successful. Look, before it ends up paying you back. I got to step in and say something. Look. I know them librarians finna be mad at me this episode, but look, could you tell them I don't care? Look, could you tell them I'm out here teaching the people how to superstar? And if that includes avoiding libraries in order to do that, then so be it. Look, library, ew. Ew. Don't even start the word, ew. That's how I feel. Anyway, I'm finna tell you why in just the one reason we talking about today. If you want to know all the reasons for it, you can just get the master class, but we just finna talk one important reason why. I think a couple episodes back, I don't remember. Look, we've been out here podcasting for a little minute now. You're going to have to go a couple episodes back. I always recommend that you start at episode 1 and just go right in order. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, watch every single episode so you can superstar out here. Anyway, especially if you ain't take the challenge yet. Even if you take the challenge, you need to watch every episode. But look, okay. Couple episodes back, I was talking about how there's a thing called baby syncs and how you could superstar too. And I think in that episode, I just mentioned that level, that threshold level of what a baby sync is. Look, in order to consider this a placement, a music licensing placement, a baby sync, okay, it needs to be paying at a minimum, a minimum $1,000. Yeah. So look, could we come up in 4 figures? We just got a song sitting out here and we're going to get this placement and they're going to pay us up front. Look, they agreed to this price before they ever put it on TV. $1,000 at a minimum. I'm telling you, it could go all the way up to 7. Look, 6, 7 figures. Look, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures. Look, thank you, Jesus. I'm trying to tell you, sync licensing is the way. But anyway, that's if you get a baby sync on the basic side of Babyland. 4 figures. Okay. Look, 1,000 is the floor. That's the lowest you're going to get when you got your song with a sync agent or you pitching it direct to these music buyers. Okay. Now, let me tell you about libraries. The ceiling. Okay. The most you finna get paid typically. And can I tell you when I say typically, not normally are you going to get paid that floor we just discussed. You're not even getting the baby sync money. Can I tell you? The max you probably gonna get in a regular old library is $1,000. That's the max. Can I tell you that the majority of library placements don't be that max? They be less than the max. It be baby in the baby sync. Look. It be test tube baby. These are test tube baby syncs. They're not even $1,000. And can I tell you another thing about them? They're not upfront fee. That $1,000 that I was talking about was not royalties that you get paid on the back end. Look, see, the beauty of sync is that you're supposed to get money up front. And then you get some more money after it air on TV in the form of a royalty. Now, if you got your music with a regular raggedy old library, okay, you ain't getting no money up front. 9 times out of 10, you only getting the royalties. And can I tell you, I done told you, it ain't even the baby sync level. You getting paid below level for the same high quality music. Can I tell you that libraries, look, this is the thing that irks me the most about libraries. It used to be that libraries were, you was expecting the library music to sound basic, right? So they had these rate cards and they would just have these little standard fees, low fees that they were paying for library music. But it was because library music sounded like, ew. It sounded so unoriginal. Look, if you think of just the genre of music, find the most wackest sounding quality of music, like the cheapest instruments. It just sounds like fake music, like just regurgitated throw up, like just so basic of a sound. So if you can find the most basic sound in any genre of music, the libraries usually was holding those tracks. It would be the throwaways that don't nobody even think they're gonna make money off this music, so they would put it in the library. I'm trying to tell you now that libraries have so much competition now. There are so many people doing music now that libraries are requiring artists and producers to give their best. I'm talking about they want your hit records. Look, to sit up in a library. Could we just talk about a library for a minute? Could we step up out of sync, first of all? When you in sync, okay, look, we stepping up out of sync, but when you in a regular library, just where, look, ain't nothing in there but books. Can I tell you they got the dust often in a library? Because, look, don't nothing but dust be collecting. Okay, libraries just pull in a whole lot of books, right? And sit them up on a shelf and hope somebody come in and want to read them. Can I tell you there's library, the majority of books in a library is just sitting. Yeah. Anyway, what I want to tell you about a sync library, the majority of the music is sitting. Yeah. Look, even if a library, regular old library, have like a database for people to come, music buyers to come and search the library. Look, now it's going to matter on what keywords and code words and things you got up in there for them to search and find it. It's going to depend on what kind of metadata and stuff is up in there. So if you don't have the right metadata, or if the metadata gets erased, or if the library is not actively pitching your songs, you got to hope somebody come up in there and searching through millions of songs. Look, I'm trying to tell you, libraries be filled to the brim. Look, with promising music from unsigned artists and producers. Look, from indie artists and producers. Ain't making no money on it. Just sitting there collecting dust. Look. And then when they do collect some money, it's going to pay you a maximum of $1,000. Did I also mention it's not going to pay it up front? You only going to find out about this in the royalties. Look, you won't even know where this placement came from, who even cleared it. Was it even look, I'm trying to tell you, it's like the throwaway cesspool for music. Why would you put your music in there? If you out here making hit records, why do you want to limit the money making potential? And let me talk to you producers too, because y'all out here keep making beats and then won't even collab. Look, could we talk solutions? If you're a producer, you can't sing, you can't rap, you can't top line, you don't know how to songwrite, you just make these amazing beats. Why are you making tons of beats, dozens of beats, and throwing them at a library to just sit there and collect dust? You could have had artist A, songwriter B, come over here and top line your beat. Could we do some numbers real quick? If the max you're going to make at the libraries is $1,000, and the minimum you're going to make in the sync world with the same song, look, can I tell you, now they want high quality, good, amazing music in libraries. They still paying pennies. Okay, ew. Now, if the max you can make at a library is $1,000 for this beat, but then you could come over here to a sync agent or pitch it direct, and all you got to do is collaborate with a songwriter. Look, you could have gave your beat to me. I done told you how to send me beats. Anyway, you could have got another dope artist to hop up on your beat and make it a full song, and then it would be ready for the sync world, where the minimum you gonna make is $1,000. Would you rather have $1,000 if they hopefully find it in a library? Okay. Or at a maximum, or just some collab with somebody, and then you can license that song for $5,000. Even if you got 50% of that, it's still more than that $1,000 maximum. Look, you can license that same song for $50,000. I'm trying to tell you. Look, I done had songs that the same song. Look, one minute they get $10,000 for a placement. Next minute they got $100,000 for a placement. Look, can I tell you, why are you giving your music to these libraries when these sync agents could take the same exact song and go pitch it for way more money? Do you want a superstar? You tell me what you trying to do. If I got a dope song, and let me think about it. Could we weigh the pros and the cons? I got an amazing song. I got a hit record. Look, y'all all think y'all make hits. So if you got a hit record, look, if you got a hit beat, whatever you got, why would you put it over here in the library where it can only make $1,000 when you can put it over here and it can make $100,000? I'm talking about the exact same song. Ew, it's disgusting to think that you would limit the money-making potential of your music with a library. I'm so confused. Can you put in the comments if you love libraries? Could you tell me why? Yeah, I don't understand it. I can't see how you're going to superstar with it. And I got to let you know that, look, maybe libraries don't mean to be the devil. But can I tell you who making money in libraries? Only the librarian. Bubble on deck.
Look, if you're broke, don't talk to me. I said if you're broke, you can't talk to me.